有什么不对，我知道外国的月亮没比较圆，我知道又不是我的语言，请你安静点，请你安静点。
Welcome back, we are here with another reaction video. This here is something special. We're going to listen to General's Order 2024 from artist Kenju from Taiwan, China. The original was from his song in 2006. This is a more of a updated, reimagined adaptation of that song, which many Western artists do anyway, man. So I'm excited to see what he's doing right here. I haven't heard the original, but I'm very excited to hear this like new adaptation like a whole decade later, man. So that's a decade, 2 decades later. All right, let's waste no more time, man, and press play on this. Here we go. So we heard from the beginning, right? This sort of like throat singing, it's called the humma. It's like traditional sort of like vocal art from like the Mongolian people, which is actually recognized by UNESCO of like intangible cultural heritage of humanity. And if you look at that or listen to that and you see the stuff on screen, the sort of like people on stage, the settings, you can already see their outfit, man. You can see that this is gonna have so much traditional Chinese culture embedded in it. And you know I love that stuff, man. So let's go, here we are. That is a beat drop. Let's go.
将军说的话不一定对，我知道对或错我自己能分辨，请你安静点，请你安静点。我知道对有什么不对，我知道外国的月亮没比较圆，我知道又不是我的语言，请你安静点，请你安静点。
Dope. So you look at this attire, the child here holding the sword, I guess like learning some sort of like, I don't know, like some sort of like kung fu or something like that, some sort of like martial arts, I guess. And you see the makeup he's wearing. This is like we've seen it before, the Peking opera, which is like a Chinese national treasure like form of opera. We've listened to them before on this channel. Again, man, so much rich traditional culture in this piece, and we're only like 1 minute in already, man. Let's continue. Here we go.
我是个小兵，我奉行了神经，在战场上拼命的听谁的报司令，将军在微醺的方向分不清，西方人年轻的探寻和平，不同的肤色说不同的话语，的相同的节奏有不同的旋律，自己的文化有自己的说明，自己的舞台有我们自己。
I like the lyrics here, man. And it speaks sort of like the Chinese sort of like national pride in these lyrics here, yeah? The general's getting drunk and lost in his tent, worships everything foreign, which I can't stand. Both skins and language are different, same rhythm, different melody. Only we can speak for our culture, make our own name, write our own story, man. Again, I think the inherent sort of like national pride that Chinese people, especially Chinese artists, have of their culture and of their tradition. It's not about adopting foreign or Western sort of like identities and like concepts and ideas and sort of like just taking that on board. It's all about representing Chinese culture, the traditions, the national pride. Everything they do is like, no, we are us. We're making our own name, writing our own story. We're not trying to be like other nations or other foreign entities and sort of like just like take their culture and replicate it. Nah, like we want to display and showcase our own. And we see that a lot in sort of like Chinese culture, especially in the music with artists like Guy, who always sprinkle traditional Chinese culture in their music because of that national pride to be a Chinese artist displaying what it is to be Chinese in their music, man. Super, super dope.
Hey,
we see this part here. This guy's holding a huohu fire pot. It's made from like iron. You burn like fire with like charcoal and you swing it around and it creates this sort of like firework sort of display. It's like a type of folk performance. I've actually seen that being done here in London before. I think I was a little kid at the time. You just like throw it around and like in the gaps of the iron, like it creates this sort of like display when you throw it around, man. Super, super cool, man. It's a nice actually display to see up front and close, like in person. And it's sort of like symbolizing like displaying like misfortune and like peace for all and stuff like that. All right, let's continue.
有什么不对？我知道将军说的话不一定对，我知道对或错，我自己能分辨。请你安静点，请你安静点。我知道对有什么不对，我知道外国的月亮杯比较圆，我知道用不是我的语言。请你安静点，请你安静点。
Nice production, I'm liking this.
将士们壮士不叫兄弟们的幸福味，交出那声音都响起永生的吞日月。望见借我心肠的欢愉。
So this spot here is similar to the huohu, but it's actually called the Da Tian Tiahua, which is an iron sort of like smelting firework. Both the huohua and Dai Taihua are part of Henman intangible cultural heritage. Very, very deep historical cultural relevance in this song right here. Again, just looking at that on screen sort of like display of like this like fireworks effect, man. Like, again, delivering a lot of like cultural Chinese sort of like cultural essence edition in this piece, man.
望见借我心肠的欢愉直破青天，将军你不亢不卑，壮志不改天地间。
Okay, we can hear the throat singing again, the humai from, this is the band Janga. Again, hopefully I'm saying it right. It's a Mongolian group band. Again, a lot of like Mongolian musical influence in this music video. This guy sitting here is playing a Morin kuha, which is like a horse head sort of like fiddle. A very traditional Mongolian instrument, man. And as a foreigner, man, it's just like a big display of like Chinese culture that I wouldn't have been exposed to otherwise if I wasn't watching this, man. And as a foreigner, it's an amazing display to see, man.
将军这牛心他全身的兵临是西方人演技，他忘了自己写是关系，他们可去高的想叫他 get out。我是个小兵，却乐天知命。在你的世界学你说 ABCD， 在我的土地对不起结束。
Again, these two lines, man. In your world, I will learn English. In my country, please speak Chinese, man. Again, it's sort of like the national pride. Like, if I'm going to your world, you know, going to your country, I'm gonna sort of like respect the language, respect the heritage, and speak English, you know, and not, you know, speak my language. I'm gonna integrate. So when you come to China, do the same, respect our culture, our heritage, and speak Chinese, man. And that's how you show respect to someone's language and culture, when you take the time to speak their language, when you go to their country, and not force others to sort of like adopt your language and the way you're thinking in their country, you know? It's just a sign of respect.
我的土地对不起结束。将士们壮志不叫兄弟们的幸福味，交出那声音都响起永生的吞日月。望见借我心肠的欢愉直破青天，将军你不亢不卑，壮志不改天地间。
Big up to Wu, man. Like, this, like, again, this, like, approach of sort of, like, keeping the traditional historical cultural relevances and arts, keeping that alive and finding a way to adapt it so that it can be digested by modern audience, and like keep it alive and help find a way to sort of like carry it on and find a way for people to like, again, digest it and take it and learn from it and feel the pride in it. So it's a great approach to take the old, adapt it with some new sounds, some new energy, but still preserve, but keeping this in its original form and just finding a way to sort of like modernize it in a way, man. Great approach, man. If you look at it, man, so much traditional Chinese culture just embedded and thrown into it, which I respect and I love, man. The like arrangements been modernized from the earlier sounds. The richness is still there, but then you got the sort of like on screen and vocally sort of like the traditional instruments, the vocal sounds as well mixed inside there, man. Very big clash of old and new, man. And I respect it, man. So much like breathtaking and stunning display of everything in there, man. Give me your thoughts and opinions down below and how you feel about it, man. Make sure you also like, share and subscribe. Until next time, baby. Peace.